Star Trek action figures, treasure or trash? Hey everyone, so recently I acquired this whole bunch of Star Trek action figures from the early to mid 90s, and I was just wondering what you guys thought about this. I know that when it comes to Star Trek action figures, there hasn't really been that much of a gargantuan want for these figures compared to something like Star Wars, especially the classic Star Wars figures from the original line of toys from the late 70s through to the mid 80s. Those ones definitely garner a lot of attention and value still to this day, and that really hasn't been the case for Star Trek action figures from the early to mid 90s. Now, even though they don't really have all that much value, I still really do like Star Trek The Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager. Those are some of my favorite Star Trek series, and I've been trying to find toys from those shows for the longest time, but every time that I see them, they're either missing pieces or just completely destroyed. And that can be said for this set of toys here as well. Now, there are some, like this figure of Julian Bashir that has duct tape all over his hand and a bunch of duct tape residue on there, as well as this other figure here that I have just no idea what the hell happened to this guy. Somebody please explain to me what the hell they were going for, what the hell this is supposed to be. But the rest of these are in fairly decent condition. It's just a matter of accessories just not being there. There are a couple of stands that were included, and there were a few accessories as well, like the Grand Nagus staff. There are a couple of cases with tricorders and some other things, and this purple satchel of sorts. I have no idea what that would even be for. But the figures, for the most part, are there. But what do you think? Is it enough to have just a decent condition figure, or are the accessories where most of the value is when collecting these older toys? Are most people just interested in having the accessories there as well, or is it worthwhile to still grab the figures? Now, there were some decent ones in here, some ones that are not as easy to come by. There is this figure of Valor. There's also Whoopi Goldberg as Guinan. That was one that I definitely wanted to grab to add to my collection and keep it in my collection. But some of these are figures that I already have, like Captain Picard and Geordi LaForge over here, and he is not in the best of condition. He is missing his visor. But some of these are figures that I already had, but it was all together as a set for 10 bucks. So I really couldn't pick and choose what I wanted to get out of it. But what is your opinion? Is it worth it to get sets of action figures that might be missing their accessories? Are there specific series that you believe are not worth grabbing at any price point? Or do you have nostalgia for Star Trek, and especially Star Trek The Next Generation, and are looking to get some of these for yourself to add to your collection? Just let me know what your opinion is in the comment section below. Like I always say, anything you'd like to say, comments, questions, suggestions, ideas, anything at all, just put it in the comment section below, and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Check out my Facebook, Twitter, and website, as well as my new Instagram, which are all linked in the description below. And that's it. See ya.